This is not a video I want to be making, but ever since I did my transmission flush, which was mainly because I was having my temperature on the transmission overheat, but as well as now my clutch temperature has been too hot. So this video, kind of figuring everything out. So I have an auto. What I can do is actually look at live data to see what exactly potentially is wrong. Now I've only had the temperature for the transmission warning go off like 10 or 12 times, which is a lot. Thankfully, the clutch temperature has only gone off one time, so it's considered a phase black. So there's a phase red, which is still pretty bad, and then phase black, which is really bad. Basically like a severe thunderstorm warning, just about to be a tornado, and the tornado actually happens. So, well, the tornado actually should be considered the clutches, but it's not yet. We're gonna turn on the car. We do have to put this in Sport Plus. So what this will do is it'll basically show exactly what's been going on. And like I can't do like super hard pulls, but I have to do it enough to where it'll show what's actually going on. One, I know for a fact there's a lot of fluid in that transmission. I poured probably a good 7 quarts in there. Now I have 3 left over because I think I got extra, but I will definitely use more if I need to. It's easier to fill rather than to empty out and then redo everything. But could also be potentially the clutch packs are too worn, which means that the temperature sensor, which also could be wrong. Either way, the entire transmission would have to come out. I'd have to rebuild basically the clutch pack, which would not be fun, and I don't think I'd have the parts and pieces to even do that. Now that would be the worst case scenario. I can't use XHP. I don't even have that. Probably should have had that, but I don't have that, and doing it now would be actually a terrible idea because it'd put more strain on the transmission. Last thing is that there's a potential chance my transmission cooler isn't working, which would be the best case scenario. I have a small hypothesis saying that it actually isn't the clutch pack, and that's saying it thankfully. There's no random high RPM spikes, there's no delays in gear changes both in manual and automatic, and no slipping of any kind. The temperature sensor is still a probable cause, but I think it could be a clogged trans oil cooler just because of how much I pulled the car, and that's when it finally is saying something. Currently, this is what we're sitting at. Such an awkward angle. Adaptation of clutch 1 is at 27 psi, clutch 2 is 27 psi, and actual... Let's be real here, I don't know what I'm talking about, and I also don't know what I'm looking at, because essentially this is measured in millibars so that the clutches are being pressed together. I'm gonna be real honest here, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. So this thing is saying to do some crazy stuff. Granted, it literally just says to get the basic functions, transmission adaptation values, and read the data and diagnosis, which is like the fill pressure in M bars or millimeters per bar. And you want it to be between 100 and 400. 700 plus is a lot to me, just the warn, but I don't even know how I can get to that because I don't even see anything. It's just PSI. Oh wait, PSI, but you can switch it into a bar. Adaptation values of clutch 1 and clutch 2. Right now they're at 1.9 bars, so I don't know if this has to be a full-on thing where I have to literally spirit drive. I don't know. It's in Sport Plus right now. We're doing a live test now. Hopefully that looked okay. This is extremely hard to do by myself. Again, I don't know exactly what I'm looking at or looking for, and to have this just sit on my lap because I literally have nowhere else to do this at. Now, if this is actually reading correctly, this would make absolutely no sense as to the clutch even remotely being injured, because this isn't even going past a 20 millibar reading. Then what I found even weirder was that it wasn't even running super high. Now, 80 degrees Celsius is about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, which is normal running temperature. However, given the fact that I didn't pull the car for more than about 10 to 15 minutes, that is a little worrisome that maybe it's not being cooled properly. Okay, you guys have to hear when I'm like going into gear. So I'm in drive. I'm gonna go in reverse. And it's not delayed, and there's no RPM spikes. I don't get it. My only theory is that potentially it could be a faulty sensor, or it could be a transmission oil cooler that needs to be replaced. Here's the thing too, it's not like it comes on all the time. So this will come on every once in a while when I'm like in sport mode or like Sport Plus and I'm doing manual and I'm really pushing the car. This is a stage 2 with a methanol kit. Now granted, it's got an upgraded crank hub, thankfully, but it just doesn't make any sense that if it was the clutches, I'd have clutch slippage, and I wouldn't be able to shift like I did beforehand. Like my M3 had clutch slippage. Like it was very obvious, like I'd downshift and it would take like a hot minute to actually downshift. So that clutch was bad. I never had warning signs saying that like the temperature was terrible or even clutch temperature, but like you could tell the clutches were bad. It was slipping. This one's perfectly fine. It's just having the temperatures be shown. So I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. Okay, so it is a resolution clip here. And this is going in the video because I think this could potentially be it. From what I posted on TikTok and like the reels and everything, a lot of people were actually bringing this up. That it could very well be either a clogged trans oil cooler, or it could just be a bunch of leaves stuck up there. And one thing I do know is that on top of the actual oil cooler is a bunch of debris. So I'm assuming that maybe perhaps like it just hasn't been cleaned out recently. So again, perhaps that it just needs to be cleaned out. So worst case is temperature sensor. The other thing could be it as well is that I do some spirited driving and the lines are too cool, which means that it is a clogged oil cooler. Now, if they're hot, then that's a good thing. Currently, it's hot in this garage. And I think probably the best thing for me to do is actually open this hood and make sure the engine is warm, because if it is, fantastic. If it's not, we might have to do some driving because I'm not doing this all over again. It's gonna be hot. Oh, it's toasty. Yeah, that oil cooler's hot. Oof. Okay. All I needed to do is be pretty hot. Like 10 minutes of running. It's been 10 minutes running. I mean, it's granted, it's cold in this garage, so it's going to take probably a couple hours for it to actually get really cold. On the F8X chassis, everything is super convenient up front. So it was time to remove all the under trays of the oil coolers. I'm a little scared to see what's actually on these things, but truthfully, I have a strong feeling that I could be very correct, that all it is a very clogged oil cooler. Now, this is super common sense, but if you think about it, if you have a clogged oil cooler, there's not going to be able to have any air moving through the fins, which if there's no air moving through the fins of the oil cooler, then the oil cooler is not able to do its job and actually cool the coolant or the fluid that's running through it. Now, of course, these under trays come off with a bunch of 10 mils, 8 millimeters, and what I think are T25 screws. Oh Lord. Oh my God, there's so much. Leaving more optimism here. This is the oil cooler. That would be enough to clog some stuff up. The trans cooler is right behind here. I know my big fat head might be in the way. It doesn't look like there's really a whole lot of stuff in the back, which is kind of concerning. So the other thing would be is, are the lines hot or are they not? So again, if the lines are hot, that means the trans cooler is working. If they're cold, that means the trans cooler is clogged and it's not working. I mean, there's some stuff. For sure, but nowhere near to the point where I feel like it'd be clogging it. The only concern I do have is that this has been smushed a few times. Not really sure what that's about. 'Cause honestly, it's not. Ow. Oh, it's a little clogged. It's not that bad though. I mean, there's still a good amount of shit back there, but not that I'd be really worried about, to be honest with you. And off camera, I cleaned every single cooler, plus the radiator. So, with all hopes, this will solve my problem. If not, I have to test the hoses. Hey, as you can see, I'm going for like a little night drive. I've ripped the car a few times, and I'll do it again just for the video. But I'm almost at like perfect operating temperature. I haven't had the transmission like come back on. And that's after cleaning the trans cooler. So I'm assuming, not to speak in existence, but maybe to speak in good existence, that this thing's good. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll take it tomorrow and we'll do the exact same thing and then test the pipes. It's so interesting. Alright boys, I have been ripping this M4 like it's nothing, alright? I've had no warning codes. And my oil temps have actually been lower. So what I'm assuming has happened is that once I clean the stock coolers out, I think what happened was it's been better. That would have triggered an engine light for sure. Yeah, nothing. That would have for sure, and no doubt, triggered the transmission warning light, and it didn't.